Hello, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. I hope everyone's doing okay. So last weekend, myself and my wife went for a very nice day out in the lovely town of Salisbury. And I ended up going record shopping there. It was a little bit unexpected, to be fair, the haul that I got. Unfortunately, I didn't do any kind of introduction or footage there, which, as you may well know, if you follow the channel, I like to do. So what I'm going to do, the shop I went to is called Boiler Room Records, and I'm going to show you the haul first of all, and then we'll talk about the shop afterwards. Right, let's get straight into it. So in the shop, they had a really decent jazz section, and that's the one I hit up first. And I was very, very fortunate and pleased to find this. This is New View by the New John Handy Quintet, featuring Bobby Hutcherson. Now, the reason I'm not any kind of jazz, I'm not that heavily into jazz. I like what I like, but I don't really want to delve too deeply into it. I'm certainly no connoisseur of it. My wants list is relatively small. But I was after this record because it featured Bobby Hutcherson, and he is a vibraphone player. And I love the sound of the vibraphone. I think it's great, especially when it's played in a jazz band. He's actually done some solo albums, but they aren't that easy to find in their original form, and they are pretty pricey. However, he features on this one, and this one is relatively easy to find. This is amazing. This is amazing. I haven't played it yet. What I'm talking about is the condition of it. This came out in 1967. It's got hardly any wear, and the record, which has got a textured sleeve, which means it's a very early press. It's probably one from 67 pressed at that time. It's absolutely immaculate. It is immaculate. As always, when you get records of that calibre and their condition, I often wonder, what's the score with them? Where have they been stored? What is the story behind it? Because every record's got a story, but this obviously hasn't got much of one. But we do like records in lovely condition, don't we? And this is one of them. So really, really stoked to find that. That was a very, very good start. Next up, we have got a replacement record. Now, this is self-titled by Jacqueline. I bought a copy of Jacqueline a couple of years ago, and when I picked it up, what I didn't realise until I got it home and kind of properly looked it up was that I'd picked up an unofficial copy. Now, it wasn't the end of the world, but I'd have rather had the official version. That unofficial copy is sat in my box unplayed. So I saw this. This is an official one, re-released on Morgan Bluetown. And I just thought I would go for it. It was in the pre-love section, but it looks, it's mint. There's no wear to the sleeve. It's not shrink wrapped, but it doesn't look like it's been played. So this was originally released in 1969. Originals are incredibly rare, very pricey indeed. And from what I understand, it is a kind of bluesy psych record. So just to reiterate, all the records I'm showing I haven't played yet. It's only 2 days afterwards. So for future content on what these records are like, because I will review them in shorts and videos, please give me a subscribe for future videos. Right, this was a great find, but this is nothing rare. This is not a rare album at all. This is by Carl Santana and John McLaughlin. The album is called Love, Devotion and Surrender. Now, I am a fan of Santana, and I'm also a fan of Mahavishnu Orchestra and John McLaughlin. For whatever reason, I've never bothered with this record. I've seen it countless times for sale, absolutely countless times, but I've never bothered to pick it up. I don't really know why. But I came across this one, and the first thing I noticed was how nice that sleeve was. It was low. It was priced at £8. You might even get it lower, but looking at the condition of this one stood out. The disc, you know, when you get those moments where you pull a disc out and, you know, of an album that's 40, 50, even 60 years old, and you just go, wow, this thing, I don't think it's been on a turntable. There's no spindle marks. It looks like jaw-droppingly mint condition, not even near mint. It looks mint. I can't quite believe it. And once again, as I said before about the John Handy record, what is the score with this? Did someone just play it, put it away in a box, and just leave it for years and years? I mean, I only talked about that earlier, didn't I, with the Jacqueline record? But to actually not play it for that amount of time and keep it in this just absolutely pristine condition is remarkable. What a find for that condition. I love getting records when they look like this. So I think we're going to get some tasty guitar work here, aren't we? I was kind of wondering, should I file this under the Santana records or Mahavishnu? It looks to me like it's more dominated by John McLaughlin. He writes more of the tunes. I think he's got more of an influence on this one, personally. I mean, did he actually ask Carlos Santana to cut his hair? I mean, I think up until that point, Carlos Santana had kind of sort of long, unkempt hair. But, you know, to get in with this kind of spiritual image, I think he had to probably go along with John McLaughlin there. But let me know if you know different in the comments. But yeah, beautiful album. Original UK press on CBS. And the condition is just, yeah, it's off the scale good. That is going to sound good. Right. Next one. Oh, this is a weird one. Well, it's not weird at all, as you will see. So here in the VC, how many threads over the years have come up with the question, and I know this has happened a few times, show me a record that no one else has got. Show a record that no one else has got. That question and thread has come up many times. I'm going to flip this on the head. Show a record that I reckon literally everyone in the VC has got, and I don't up until now. Yeah. It's what we call a US pre-punk record, the missing link between the Stooges and the Ramones. We are talking about New York Dolls. Yes, the New York Dolls. So I'm not going to talk too much about the music on this record. I think we know what they're all about. That's it. I've heard them. You know, I haven't heard the whole album, but I'm interested. I think the reason I haven't got this record yet, it's always one that I'm like, I've never gone out of my way to try and pick it up. But I never see vintage copies of this around. I don't see them. I recall years ago being at a fair and seeing a UK copy of this, quite cheap. And I didn't pick it up, and I've always regretted it ever since. And last year, I came across a Dutch original copy in Revolution Records in Penge. I did a video on that shop about this time last year. And I remember getting the record out of its sleeve to have a quick check of the condition. And the record it's not one of those records that was in bad condition because it had just been well loved, well played, appreciated. This record had clearly been hated because someone had got a sharp object and just scribbled the sharp object all over the record. It had been sabotage. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe they had it for sale. I think they had 20 quid on it. And I'm like, what? No, the record is unplayable. Anyway, this turned up. And I was surprised to see it at £12 because I assumed that any kind of early or original copy of this wouldn't sell for a fortune, but would sell for a bit of a premium because it is, dare I say, it's iconic, isn't it? But this was £12. It's a US pressing. It's in lovely condition. Now, it's not until I got it home that it is a reissue because originals had a custom sleeve, but I think this is a second US press. It's got the lovely Mercury skyscraper labels there. And yeah, the condition of the record, there's a couple of tiny little hairlines on it, but it's barely been played. So yeah, I was kind of surprised to see it, really. Surprised to see it in such good condition and at such a good price. But yeah, as I say, it's one of those records. Do you go along with the hype? Is it the sort of record that you should own? I've got it now, and hopefully it will play well. So there it is. Okay, so still from the pre-love section, although this record looks brand new, unplayed. It's not in shrink wrap. Band that I really love. I've only got 2 albums by them. Well, I've got 3 now. This is called The Courage of Others, and it is by Midlake. Midlake are a very, very high quality kind of psychedelic folk indie band from the US. They've got a new album out at the moment, actually, and they had that album there, but I'm going to save myself. I am going to get it. I picked this one up instead because I thought, yeah, I'll grab it while it's there because I don't know how easy this one is to pick up. It's not an absolute first pressing. It's a reissue. I think it was reissued for Record Store Day, actually. And it's on this lovely, lovely translucent green wax. Looks completely unplayed. And there we have it. So yeah, perfect copy. I think they must have done about 6, maybe 7 albums by now. So yeah, I look forward to playing that. They're touring next year. I am sort of in the throes of trying to sort of get to see them, really. It would be nice to do it, but we will see. And finally, anyone who watched my last video, I mentioned the Charlatans. And I said that if I was in a bricks and mortar shop and I saw their new album, I would get it rather than online. Lo and behold, there it is. They had one up on the wall. This is the orange vinyl version. It says exclusive transparent orange vinyl. To be honest with you, I don't know what they use the term exclusive, don't they? Exclusive to what or who? I don't know. I think it just sounds good. It's not, because this is on Discogs. It wasn't exclusive to Boiler Room Records at all or anything like that. So quite what they mean. I think I'm being a bit over cynical there, really, aren't I? But it's on orange wax. I haven't even cracked this one open. Right, I'm going to crack this open. Back in a sec. So the shrink wrap on that came open very easily. So let's have a look at the wax. Yeah, got all the people who appeared on it. Very nice. The album's called We Are Love, by the way, just in case you didn't know. I haven't heard it. I haven't played it yet. Obviously be playing it soon. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that is nice, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, like an egg yolk yellow. Again, me being cynical, doesn't matter. It's great, isn't it? So there we go. I don't know. I think these are more limited, so snap them up while you can. If not, there are black vinyl editions. And there is another one by Blood Records. Gav Axman Spin showed it, didn't he? He had one on Blood Records, which is, I think, that really is the limited version of that. It's not a sort of record label I know much about, but yeah, there we go. Brand new, out the racks, brilliant. Look forward to it. Right, I'm going to sit back and talk about the shop. So yes, Boiler Room Records, really, really great shop. It's located right in the middle of Salisbury town centre. It's right in a shopping mall, actually. I don't know what the shopping mall's called, but it's an unusual one. It's like right next to a TK Maxx. It's not the sort of unit that you would expect to find a record store like that, if I'm honest with you. But yeah, there we are. It's neither here nor there. Now, the reason I didn't do any footage is because we went to Salisbury for a kind of mooch about, have a few drinks just to get out for the day. My wife did want to go into the high street, do a bit of clothes shopping, and I was like, well, I will look at the record shops. Now, I'm gonna be brutally honest here. Boiler Room Records, when I went to Salisbury over 2 years ago, I went there a couple of times. I wasn't overly impressed with it. Both times I went there, and I came away empty-handed. I found their prices a little bit on the high side at the time, and their pre-love section was quite sparse. I just didn't think it was. I didn't think it was awful. I just didn't think it was that good. So I didn't buy anything. Now, this time when I went in, I expected the same. I expected to go in, have a quick flick through, and not come away with anything. No. As soon as I got in there and I started flicking through, I was like, wow, it looks like they've really reordered the shop and they have filled their racks. And as soon as I started seeing the prices, I'm like, yeah, these prices are very, very reasonable. So I was completely unprepared. And that's just the way it is. They do new and pre-loved. I would say it's about 50-50 in there. Room is very well lit, nice and spacious, and yeah, just has a nice vibe there. Good music playing, good tunes. So yeah, as I say, I know it sounds like I'm being brutal about what they used to be. It is just my opinion. You may differ, but I am telling you now, in my opinion, the shop has greatly improved, and I would highly, highly recommend it. Now, it's weird because I plan to. There's another couple of shops that I wanted to go to. There's one called Vintage Corner nearby, and there's an antiques shop as well that does records sort of right nearby. I completely ran out of time to go to those shops. It felt like I was in Boiler Room Records for about a quarter of an hour. I was in there for about an hour flicking through because they're pre-loved. It kind of really, it's just A to Z. And if you want to really dig, you need to go through the whole lot. And that's exactly what I did. And time flies when you're having fun, doesn't it? So, yeah, as I say, I wasn't expecting to get such good stuff. Admittedly, this week, I wasn't even planning to do a video. Obviously, this is going to go, I'll try and get this out ready for Friday evening as usual. And I was going to give myself the week off. But the haul was so good, I thought I needed to share it with you and give the shop a real thumbs up, and one that I highly recommend if you're on the South Coast or in the area, and one I'm sure I'll return to in the future. So there we are. Okay then, so that's all from me for now. So please stay tuned for more videos. As I said earlier, if you like what you see, please give me a thumbs up. Hit subscribe, hit the bell. It really, really does help the channel. And please do that for any channels in the VC that you watch, because if you don't do it, they're not going to get out there to a wider audience, and that is always important. So until the next time, thanks again. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all again soon.